come on in. Will the game be windowed like this? No, it will not. Now that the knife round is done, we will go in. I'm going to hide my camera because no one wants to see my camera. They want to see the game. Don't worry about the ads there. The players slide down. No, we're just going to have to leave it like this. All right, so we got ECL Season 50 Cup 1 this season. Instead of a long season, we're getting 4 individual cups, but should be good all the same. We do have M80 joining us from EU. This is actually a really, really important game. The VRS for M80 on the line is huge. InControl standing to win a whole heck of a lot from this one. So we'll see if they're able to win this one. Pistols on B. Beast and Slacks with the trades. Good position for M80 to be in. The rotation already starting to show its face. But InControl, they have managed to get control of the site. They will get the bomb down as well. Nuclear launch detected over here. But 3 versus 2 for M80. They're starting to move their players into position. JS Felt, they're in market. And Scorchy does get 1, but falls to Lake. 1 versus 2 for JS Felt. They're hanging out by Empty Pillar. Peeked by Sin, and that's going to be it. Flattened. And M80 do take the pistol round. So honestly, you're going to be satisfied with that pistol round even if you lose that on T side. Mirage, you're going to be... okay, Beast has a Negev. I don't think that's going to stay that way. Thank you. Thank you for not trolling my cast. I did think we were going to get a force buy out of InControl just because that's kind of what you do on the second round if you get the bomb plant, but we do have a pause here, so looks like Slacks is disconnected. Yes. So as the question keeps coming in, yes, M80 have high ping. They are not 100 plus ping, but they are all 80 plus at least. This is a Chicago server, in case anybody is curious. Looks like everybody's 90 plus except for Sin. We're missing Slacks, obviously. We're waiting for the reconnect. But either way, I guess while the game is paused, stop. Hey, thank you, Stamina. Oh my gosh, Stamina W mod pinning the ping that precisely 0 people are going to read. I'm glad that you did that, but people are still gonna ask. I hope you know that. And it's just gonna get more annoying, the fact that it's sitting there and they're gonna be like, oh, can you remove the maps the bottom of the screen? The maps will go away when the round itself starts. So the maps only show up during freeze time. Crazy, you think I know how to read? Oh my gosh, how do you? How is read? Ah! That's all I got. That's my kooky streamer. M80 fluking around and already paused. I mean, little bit. Well, the nice thing is I can stare at the Faceit page, wait for the rounds to change on there, and know that the pause is going to end soon. So we are in good shape, chat. As soon as the timer, if you want to see something cool I can do, because my camera's on screen, is I can go point to things. So you see how the game is paused over here? When that pause goes away, my camera's going to go away. So this goes away down here when the round actually starts. When the players become unfrozen, this will go away. All right, everybody got that? While we're in pause, you want me to do a barrel roll? No barrel rolls? Okay, no barrel rolls. Caster is flying again? Yeah, I do that. I've been told no barrel rolls. No, I can fly around. Hey, there's the match medic. All right, we should be starting any minute now. So I'm going to disappear and hope that this pause is about to end. Right? It's going to end? Right? Honestly, we could get another ping check while we're waiting. Hey, there's the timer. All right, I'm disappearing. I hope everybody's having a great night. Pings are still the same. Pings will likely remain the same throughout the evening. Hopefully. Hopefully there's not going to be any jitter. All right. With that out of the way, round number 2. Took a little bit, but now we're here. Force buy for InControl. Looking to get that mid pressure locked down, and M80 have offered them up a fair amount of space in mid. They do have Lake and Swisher floating around to watch the push in, but no one playing window, so InControl going to be offered up a fair amount here, and M80 just looking to play sites more than anything. InControl just fishing for information, but there's not a whole lot to be found. The smoke out for mid to block off people coming in connector does a good job of slowing down the round, but InControl, undaunted, will force their way on in. Going to be a pincer maneuver on the A bomb site. 3 players here for M80. Tyra, though, catches Lake unawares. Good trade out of Sin, but InControl going to continue to make matters worse. Slacks unable to convert any of the damage that his teammates haven't even done. Swisher manages to dunk Calamity, but it's just going to be Hexed alone, 1 versus 3, and Scorchy just going to fill him full of holes. InControl with a round on the board. Gotta love that we get extra replays here, because my fiance is amazing. All right, well, that's going to set M80 back a fair amount. Yeah, my fiance is doing the observing and the, well, yeah. Well, he started this year. I'll talk about it more in the pause, but pistols for M80 to try and swing the momentum back. But these SMGs, Tyra, Calamity, just bowling over the B-bomb site. Nothing really for M80 to do there. With the force buy failing, now M80 going to be down to USPs. Likely to be a third for InControl. Clearly, they've spawned some overlords with all the control that they've got. M80 with insufficient minerals to build into this game so far. Keeping it quiet, though. The stack and connector could yield at least a kill for M80. With the money, the way that it is, with earning $50 a kill on CT side, it's not a bad idea to just try to steal one weapon away and walk away. The damage off of the nades, though, doing a good job of peppering them down, but the USPs will still peg 2. Tyra and JS Feltner convert back. And it's just going to be Slacks left standing. But this M4, 1 versus 2, could still yield some results. No armor, but there's only a fire left in the hands of InControl. So there's not going to be any errant explosives. And I do like what Slacks is doing. He's taking his time, playing with Calamity, trying to convert a couple more kills. 1 more kill would be great. The round would be amazing, but is almost too much to ask for. The Molly does push Slacks further through connector. He's looking for the kill. Spots one in Palace. Good damage onto Tyra as well. This smoke will cut Calamity off from jungle. But he knows that there's still one more player. He knows he can't just defuse for free. And even with the smoke, Calamity is charging in through connector. He's decided he's not going to even stay in jungle, but doesn't matter. Tyra has to know that Slacks does not have the kit. He still offers up his head, and Slacks more than happy to take it for the 4K. Ooh, and he lives with the M4. That is, honestly, as good as a lost round can be. I mean, you don't need me to say it. He got all the kills, but even so, that's so much money. It's going to be so good going into these next few rounds. But yes, my fiance is doing the observing. He coded himself a custom bot that allows him to do these instant replays where he's literally recording his own screen and then playing it back without the HUD. It's actually more than that, and I'm oversimplifying it. But oh, Slacks! Oh my goodness! No one's coming up ramp today. Slacks is flattening them one after another. Beast, though, responding in kind with 3 of his own. This AWP, oh my gosh. Were those openings not going to be enough for Slacks? Hex now in the 1 versus 2 with Beast seriously living up to his name. Can Hex win this? He doesn't have the kit, but look at the utility he's got. A little bit of the spray through the box knocks Beast down to 15 HP. InControl, they fake the bomb plant, trying to move Calamity over. Spread out their spacing. Ooh, nade goes in. Beast just gets dunked. And it's a 1 versus 1. Hexed with the health advantage, but the AK could still yield results for Calamity. Ooh, Hex spotted. Knows Calamity's now sitting behind the boxes. Waits for the peek on out, and there's the headshot. And M80 will swing this one back. Favorite non-NA team. Right now, my favorite non-NA team would be Koleshi. Just because getting to cast Koleshi at Philadelphia 19 and getting to meet Innocent kind of gave me this, like, oh man, these are, like, really dedicated. Having non-NA players come to Philadelphia is weirdly a very NA thing. Because those EU players, they're not earning jack off of coming to Frag, even if they win. They are there to get the VRS points. They are there to chase a dream. And dreaming is just about the only thing NA has at this point. Because right now, our scene is in nightmares. But right now, this one is an absolute bloodbath. Speaking of nightmares, 2 versus 2, right off the rip here. Swisher bringing out the FAMAS, looking for the shots, but Calamity, Mr. SMG, making him work, making the SMGs dance for him. And it Slacks alone in the 1 versus 1 now. Beast haste toward the B-bomb site, just charging on over. All the way in through apartment. Slacks, oh, that was a shot he could really not afford to miss. Because Beast is on a heater right now, and he's already on site. He can get the bomb down. Where is Slacks looking? I think there was a leg out there. Oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear. Well, this is the risk. This is the risk that it can happen. Another pause, although I do know that this one's not going to be for very long. I can see from Faceit that we've got some time, but I will pop back in. So yes, so we are going to have a quick break while we wait for the players to reconnect. Although, man, it looks like InControl are in the end game already. They've got the carriers and the guardians, and I don't remember StarCraft that well. If it wasn't a Zergling rush, I wasn't interested. If you don't know why I'm making StarCraft references, go look up InControl StarCraft, and then you'll know why. And if you do know, congrats on knowing ball. All right, getting back into it. So M80 now on pistols once again. Sin, the only one to pick up a little bit of armor. But the AKs are looking good, and even though we've got an A sight stack for M80, this one still could be difficult for them. Sin just playing with Calamity and Palace. At least that's something. That's forcing InControl to bring over more players to deal with a 5-7 of all things. This isn't even a stack. Are they going to expect more? Lake here to collect the kill. Oh my goodness. Is he going to... Oh, he's got the Zeus out. Are we going to get a Zeus? Have we been a good chat? Not good enough. Not good enough. But now it's Hext alone in the 1 versus 4. USP. Not going to be an easy one whatsoever. Oh, what? Chance felt they're just jumping by. Okay, well, hey, you know, it was rough, but got him in the end. Honestly, that's still $100 a player for M80. Like, I don't think you can be too upset with the fact that you lost the round, even if you're going to get some serious dosh back. The nice thing about the new economy changes. But 5 rounds on the T side for InControl. They are starting to stack this one up pretty darn well. Yeah, well, and got to make sure to VIP the players' moms, because they're very valued here. All right, A-bomb site attack once again for InControl, but Slacks is already connected. On high ping, this AWP is going wild. What in the world, Slacks? He's already got himself 2. Sin gets caught, and Beast, again, the entry that InControl need. He's just charging in. He really is playing the role of the Beast. Look at the damage, though. InControl have gotten knocked for knocked silly. Beast down on 24 HP. He's got himself 2 kills, so he's definitely found the impact that InControl want him to have. And Calamity on 10 hit points as well. I'm a big fan of this, though. InControl are giving us the phalanx, the duels, the bloodbaths that you love to get in North American Counter-Strike. Ooh, that's not good. They do lose Hex, but Swisher able to reclaim that. And it's just Scorchy. They know he's sitting in Firebox at this point. They heard the shots ring out. Swisher up over the box, and M80 gonna collect that round as well. So 3-5. M80 now, they've got a little bit of a hill to climb to even this one back out. 5-5 is definitely doable. Well, not going to be an ace. Oh. A little bit of an errant molly there, but that's okay. You weren't going to take under Balk. That's fine. I guess the good news is that InControl aren't going for the fast ace site, so the Molotov not quite as required. But I mean, hey, you end up there either way. Good nade. Knocks Scorchy and Beast down low. Softens them up. And once again, it's going to be Slacks called upon that AWP at 100 ping opping. Like, what in the world? Why even bother being on LAN when Slacks can do it on 100 ping? I don't even understand. Tyra just swinging past Ticket, but M80 have this one locked in. Why do you need a low ping when high ping works just as well? So if lag versus boss is happening, it looks like Sixtum will have it according to the HLTV page. But sounds like maybe there's a forfeit on that one. I don't know. Anyway, 4 to 5. Okay. You just can't sneak by Slacks. Everywhere InControl goes, the AWP is here. Slacks is just annihilating InControl. Call this lad a ghost. He calls down the thunder. It would be better if he had a lightning strike. That would make that line really hit. But it is just pistols. Calamity, of course, with the SMG, because he doesn't seem to be the SMG whisperer. And it's just Beast alone in the 1 versus 5. Who knows? Maybe this is the Beast that 1v5s with the Deagle, but the answer is going to be no, it is not. Oh, they couldn't find a 5th? Okay. Oh, that is unlucky. Bunlucko indeed. All right, let's see what InControl have to say with the rifles in hand once again. It's always amusing to be like, we've got a full buy, and here's Calamity with a MAC-10, but it's still gonna work because it's Calamity. Like, if there was fantasy for NAECL, if you put Eco Farmer on Calamity, you would hit that. For now, though, it's gonna be a B hit, speaking of things that are hit, and InControl knocked silly. They lost 2 already. Beast looking for something, but he's good again. Looks like he might have to do it all alone. He's got Scorchy behind him, but already erased by Lake. So Beast alone in the 1 versus 4. I feel like we've been here before, and I feel like it's worked out for Beast, but it's not going to be the case this time. Yeah, the time zones for M80 is not good whatsoever, but like amazingly, this is the grind for M80 is they're playing InControl now, and then in about 6 hours they're going to play versus Vitality. They're not #1 in the world Vitality anymore. So, hey, anything can happen. Could you imagine if Vitality at 3:30 in the morning was watching this game that's going on right now? InControl looking to maul out on B. X, though, gonna repel Calamity. And good damage. No damage. I don't think it's Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. Again, if you were listening to me in the early parts of the stream, I think InControl have been on a fairly solid upswing. They've been looking a whole lot better than they did last season, and that's with not having Oxarka. I thought Oxarka was going to be a huge piece for InControl, but it turns out Beast is really all you need most of the time, as M80 with a full-on Hex with a 4K, by the way. Sorry, I'm yapping, but that was a really solid one. My goodness. Yeah, let's make sure we get this one again. Swisher behind him. You can't challenge both. 7 to 5. Yeah, Slacks and Hext. I'm sorry. No. This is just the Slacks show. Hext is doing well, but that AWP has just been beyond huge. Yes, M80 is playing from Europe. All right, and here's Calamity with the view model that everyone loves to see. Ooh, underpass. Lake erased. See if the rest of the squad's got anything to say about it. Looks like M80 will be looking for and take the mid control out of the hands of Tyra. InControl had 3 players stacked on A, so if M80 do realize this, then they will be able to walk onto B where just JS Feltner is holding. Honestly, this T side might as well be renamed Avoid Beast. And if M80 can perform that, then with the way that they're playing, they should be feeling fairly good. Ooh, Sin might catch a timing on this too. He might hear the rotation coming in. 3 players in market for InControl. Sin. Oh, can he do this? Oh, he's caught slothing it. 3 versus 4 now. M80, they do have the bomb down, but 2 pairs of dualies for InControl might be exactly... Oh my goodness, it is Slacks and Hex show. Hex now forced to do it alone as they do lose Slacks. JS Feltner. Oh my goodness, that spray. But InControl do reel it back in the end. What kind of a round was that? JS Feltner having a good time on the bomb. I did hear that M80 was having some travel woes. So I wonder if that's also playing into this. Hey, there's no fine for that in Counter-Strike. It's Counter-Strike, baby. We encourage that. Yeah, I kind of figured that there'd be some jet lag. I saw the tweets of the players talking about like, oh yeah, my flight got this much delayed and my flight got that much delayed. And so it's not been great, but you know what is going to be great is okay. Tyra answers back with 2. I thought the opening for M80 would go bigger, but no, InControl able to get the trades. They're playing off of each other very well so far. 2 versus 4. And Slack's only on a deagle. Oh, it's funny to see that M4 just sticking out of the window. If Sin could get this Galil over to his teammate, but there's not going to be enough time. 2 versus 4. Calamity on 17 HP. And he do manage to creep up through mid. So maybe there is a world where Slacks is able to collect a rifle. Yep, there it is. Yoink. This could cause some real trouble for InControl. Ooh, didn't have the radar to scan for that one. Meanwhile, now the position going to be called out for jungle, and it's Beast on the other side of that rifle. M80 want nothing to do with him. So they'll head on over to Cat, but you still have to leave someone watching Connector. They're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and the clock is going to start to stretch them out. 20 seconds. It's getting close. Beast has moved all the way over to Tetris. Slacks doesn't have a bead on him. Good trade out of Sin, but he's down to 30 HP himself. Even with this Molotov, Tyra still jumping over the top of missiles. Oh my goodness, he still gets it, but Tyra's burned off just enough time, and Calamity is just nowhere to be seen. Losing on time. That is really going to set you back in our CT-focused economy. It was bad before, but now... Oh dear. Seven to 7, and that's going to be M80 with no real money. Sin just retaining the saved M4. M80 not even interested in spending money on armor this round. So this is just going to be a pretty dry push over toward the B-bomb site. A little bit of utility, a couple of pieces of armor. A rough push, all things considered. And they lose Lake on Cat as well. B-bomb site. Place to go when you don't have much in your coffers. Calamity able to hit the trade onto Sin. Swisher out of apartments with the Tech 9. Just flattens him. And this 2 versus 3 is Scorchy improves the position for InControl. Ooh, Hex is going to hear someone walking past ladder, but the smoke is not going to let him peek, and he doesn't know where the other players are. So he's got one in front, one behind him. He's able to kill one, but that's going to be all she wrote for M80 as Beast just sprays down two. Control take the lead. And the money situation now somewhat repaired for M80. That loss bonus starting to stack up. If you're wondering why Stream is 2 rounds behind the Face It page, it's because they broadcast it to us 240 seconds behind so that nobody can stream snipe. And if you spoil the game, you'll be banned. So don't be putting the scores in the chat. All right, nearly a full buy here for M80 to try prize this one back. Oh, big push up. Slacks. Again, this op has been razor sharp, but the nade softening up M80. I mean, that MP9 for Calamity is just going to be more and more deadly. He claims Hex already. And this 4 versus 4, man, things are going to go from bad to worse. I love that you could just, we're just hanging out with Sin. We're listening to the jump peaks of Calamity. Like, yep, there is a B anchor. Nade goes in, doesn't find its home. But just the gentle sounds of the B anchor. Jump, footsteps, jump, footsteps. Run up, he's sitting there. The jump peaks on the MP9 are ridiculous. Flax does manage to find him, but have the losses become untenable here for M80? They do lose Slacks, and it's going to be Lake alone in the 1 versus 2, but Scorchy, the AWP, put to work. Haven't gotten to say his name much this game, but he'll make sure to put his name in the feed. There's your ping check for you, chat. So make sure, memorize them, get them all written down. Did you get them written down? I hope you got them written down. All right, so just pistols now for M80 with the hero rifle of Lake, but how much can you really do? Sin does manage to find one, but the HP getting whittled down by InControl from all directions. Lake looking, oh, if he can get Calamity, maybe there's some truth to this round. Both players know where the other one is at this point. Still, though, Lake managing to managing to open this one up. Calamity, oh, goes in. Just walks on a sight, and Lake has just entirely slipped the net here. Leaves Calamity scratching his head. M80 being fairly loud in their approach toward the B-bomb, or the A-bomb site. Calamity sitting behind them on Cat. Well, no smoke is going to stop him. So Lake alone, 1 versus 2. There is a kit on the InControl side, but the spray won't connect for Sin. And InControl will continue to extend their lead, 10-7. Not looking good for M80 on their T side. And considering just how much power has been put into the CT side, how much money you have to wonder what's going on. How can you get at least 1 round here on your T side if you're M80? Ooh. Nade onto Slacks. This is going to be an interesting push. Tyra getting involved through the smoke might just get activated on this. There's a lot of M80 players here sitting top mid with Beast behind you as well. Clotheslines onto Slacks. This is going to be a bloody push up mid, but Tyra gets flattened. Beast, though, again, look at this. Every round is a multi-frag for Beast. If you give him an inch, he'll take a foot. If you give him a foot, he'll take a yard. If you give him a yard, he'll take a kilometer, because we should be using the metric system. He's about 100 degrees Celsius. He's boiling here for InControl. Sin now. 1 versus 2, but Beast is just waiting for him in Palace. Every round is a Beast highlight reel. Is either a Beast highlight reel or a Slacks highlight reel. Like, Hext has been doing well as well, but I've played on, like, mid 100s, anywhere between like 125 to 150 if I decide to play EU servers. Is this the live stream of a goat? I like to think so. Well, M80, they need to start to swing this one back. 4 rounds difference has gotta feel fairly terrible going into this. M80 with visions of VRS points sliding away. They do get the bomb down, though, so if they can maybe convert this round, they can start to swing this one back. They do lose Hext. These players in through connector. Tyra doing a very good job of playing off the angles. Slacks with the trade. He's looking for more. The reload will work out for him. And we're down to a 2 versus 2 after a bloodbath retake. Bomb halfway ticked down. Sin and Swisher waiting for the push on in. Control, they're starting to make some tracks. Starting to make some space over by the bomb. Sin has got the first. Oh, Scorchy gets off of it, but now he doesn't have time. And M80 finally managed to get the kill. Finally managed to get the round on the T side that they've been waiting for. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade that one to a ban. You were warned. No spoiling the score. Well, so it's a little bit of a cold comfort for M80 because while they did win the round, the money is still not fully good, fully reset, but it might not matter if Lake is just steamrolling through. That MAC-10 going huge. It's just Calamity left standing. Again, it's MP9. It's the SMGs doing everything. But M80 do manage to secure the round. Look at these SMGs. It's still Beast opening up the round. The trade coming back on through and just things getting nice and murdery on the A-bomb site. I mean, I saw the nade going in and the SMG, and I mean, just Tyra flattened to start off the round. 9-11. This time, M80 with a little bit of a bonus buy, 2 SMGs. Not the ones getting the kills, though. They do take over that B-bomb site, and I don't think there's going to be much for the... There's a CZ. Like, there's so few people that can use the CZ. Beast isn't alive, so of course M80 have won this round. Swisher waiting for the push on up through underpass, and we'll collect 2. All right. Well, it hasn't been the cleanest of games for M80, which you could expect on the less than stellar ping that they've got. Good set of rifles here for InControl, though. They don't have the AWP for Scorchy, but they've got an M4 for Beast, and that might as well... They've got an M4 for Beast and an MP9 for Calamity. So it might still be enough. If they can make it past Slacks... If InControl can make it past Slacks's AWP... they might have some legs to make it to a 12th round here. M80 taking this round slow, though. They're not being too... They're being very careful about it. It has to be difficult. Long travel day. Late night. I don't even know where the jet lag would kick in. Are you still on NA time after flying? And so... this just feels like, what, 8:46 p.m. local time? Or does it feel like 3:30? Ooh, good start. Tyra knocked silly. M80 starting to take some picks, starting to take some control. Calamity looking for a trade. And this MP9 still goes huge. But it is going to be up to Beast and Scorchy to claim this one. This time, though, Scorchy trying to put his name out in lights. We're down to the 1 versus 1, and Sin does not have the time. Again, has to charge into Beast, give himself up, and it's 12-10. It just feels like a timeless void where you haven't slept in 3 days. Yeah, I believe it. Well, 2 rounds, 2 chances for M80 to bring this one to a tie. Ooh, Molotov doing some damage, a little bit of chip onto Slacks. A little bit of softening up. These 3 MP9s for InControl need all of the help that they can get. This is the same M80 that will face Vitality in 6 or so hours. Which I think is just hilarious that the scheduling has gone like this. Well, big push on through Connect, or through Cat. Scorchy able to get activated for 1, but M80, other than that, are going to take this bomb site fairly cleanly. Good. Okay, then the eco for InControl has been shattered, too. Yes, either way, M80 will be playing against Vitality in 8 hours from now. The good news is that if they win this, they need 1 more to go to overtime. And I can tell you for sure, overtime, definitely something they want to be playing. For sure. It's going to feel great. All right, 11-12. Do they bring it to overtime? Honestly, on high ping, on your opponent's map pick, yeah, it's not been the best, but this has to feel at least somewhat good for M80. Obviously, it would feel better to win, but either way. Like they will be looking for that B bomb site one last time. Overtime or no, a bloodbath to start this one out. Calamity burns to death, but Scorchy gonna melt right through. These MP9s just demolishing M80. Good trade out of Swisher, but it's a 2 versus 2. Scorchy could go huge here. 45 HP, repositions to bench, waiting for help from Tyra, who will appear from over Cat. Look at these nades. Scorchy has navigated every single nade thrown his way. M80, they're not peeking him. They're throwing utility. They're throwing the kitchen sink. Fire everything. Scorchy just trying to hold out a few more seconds. One more second. Can he do it? Flax jumps out of apartments, but right into the hands of Tyra. They both will go. And InControl will close this one out 13-10. Oh, they nearly brought it back in the end, but InControl